Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So excited, as you guys can tell, this is Get Ready With Me, kind of, not like a live update, but talk about a couple different things. And we're going to recreate the look of the Veronicas singles, Biting My Tongue. I'm so excited. You guys don't even know, I love the Veronicas. The first time I heard of them was during when I went to go see, this was in the military, and I was stationed in San Diego, and I went and watched She's the Man over down at Horton Plaza. I think that place is shut down though. But anyway, I went and saw She's the Man by myself, and in the movie they played the song Forever, and I was so amped on that song. I went to Sam Goody in the mall. Mind you, this is 2006, okay? And I bought the soundtrack, and ever since then, I've been in love with the Veronicas. So, we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna recreate the look the best way that I can. Hopefully it comes out good, or we'll see. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea.
I'm so excited!
I love the Veronicas, like I love Madonna. I have Madonna tattooed on my arm, and I even have the lyrics of You Ruined Me tattooed. You guys actually, let me know if you guys want a video on my tattoos. I have a whole bunch of like different crazy tattoos and different like meanings and such, but let me know, comment down below if you guys want to see that, if you're interested in it at all, looking at my fat body and my tattoos. Let me know. So, I already prepped my skin, so I did all my skincare. I did the primer on my face, and I prepped my eyes because part of the makeup is going to come actually onto the face. You'll see in a second. For this, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette because I need red. Oh, I'm like legit looking for it, and it's right in front of my face. And then we're also going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Glitter in Carnival. This came when I bought the Norvina palette. You know, you can get the, I guess like box set. So it came with like the eyeliner, which I freakishly love. Super matte, super black, love it, love it, love it. Glitter glue, and it came with like 3 or 5, I can't remember, glitters. But I bought like, this was a while ago I bought it. I think I posted one of my videos. Anyway, so we're gonna use that because we need this, and that's gonna go actually on my face, which is why I primed everything all together now. And I don't have all of my brushes today because yesterday I washed some of my brushes and it took forever. So I don't have all of my brushes today, so we're gonna make do with what we got today. So let's get started. We're actually going to first line what we're going to do. In the cover art, they did like each one, Jessica and Lisa did like half a heart on their face, but they did it to where the like broken pieces is like over here, and then the hump is over here. Jessica's my favorite. Lisa, I love you too, girl, but Jessica's my favorite. So but we're gonna do the right side just because I feel like it's easier for me to turn that way versus this way. Who knows why that is? It's just what it is. Let's line what we're going to do. Watching Kid Ty while I get ready. We're gonna use the double exposure brush that I got from my double exposure palette from Smashbox. Love Smashbox. I'm gonna use the more angled side. We're going to dip in Blood Sugar, this one right here, because it has a little bit like a sheen, like a metallic type of look to it. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. I'm so bad at that, you guys. I'm so sorry. If you ever watch my videos and I do stuff and I go like down, and then while I'm editing it, I'm like, nobody can see what you're doing, fool. So crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm not sure if you guys saw or not, but in San Diego, the USS Bonhomme Richard, which is an amphibious assault ship, second largest ship in the Navy. The only larger one is an aircraft carrier. But anyways, the Bonhomme Richard, LHD-6, known as BHR for short, what caught on fire, and it burned for like days while it was in port. in San Diego. I talked about this a couple times in my videos, but I actually used to be in the Navy, and that was the boat I was stationed on. I lived on the boat for almost 4 years. Well, I mean, I had an apartment out in town. I enjoyed the military, but it was so heartbreaking to see, because it's like, it was an odd feeling, because it honestly felt like waking up and finding out like your childhood home was on fire. It was such a weird feeling, and it burned for days, and apparently they were able to like save the boats. I'm not really sure if it's gonna like sail again, because I think last I heard, I think it ended up being that it will cost more to save it than it is just like the rebuild one. I'm not 100% sure, but it was just really sad. Cool thing about it is, one of my shipmates, Marc Campbell, he's still in the military, and he started this Bonhomme Richard page for everyone that like used to be stationed on the boat, and it's so neat connecting with all these people that I used to serve with, or you know, people that came before me or after me, and you know, that know each other and share stories of, you know, ice cream socials, or I think it had a name, I can't remember it now. But on some Sundays, we would call it holiday routines. Obviously, we're in the middle of the ocean, you can't leave the boat, but do like a picnic, and it was always so fun. It was so cool because they would have like these inflated sumo wrestling outfits, so people would get in it and like they would like sumo wrestle each other. It's so funny. I'll insert pictures while I'm talking so you guys can see like some of my friends and shipmates and kind of see how it looked. Now, I don't have a lot of photos. I don't know what it is, but a lot of stuff from the military I no longer have. Like my cover, which is a hat, my jacket, my uniform, my workout clothes, none of that I have. Like, I have no idea what happened, but you guys have to realize, once I got out, I moved like 800 times, and I just have no idea what happened to my stuff as time and such went on, and it's such a bummer. I wish I had that stuff. It's just a shame that I don't have any of that stuff anymore. I use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush. This is the JH41, and all I did was I dipped it in the blood sugar, and then zoom in, ho, and then I just patted it on, and that's really all they did on one side. The other side is just kind of like red eyeshadow, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I love radishes. A little bit of Coke. Radishes burn and Coke burns when they're together. It burns even more. And I love it. I'm gonna bring us in just a little bit. Not too much. Okay, you got, just on my last video, I plucked my brows. And then I guess I plucked one hard there, and it broke me out a little bit, but yes, let's do with it. We're gonna, of course, stick with this red theme. I'm gonna dip in the shade right here, which is Cherry Cola. And I'm actually just gonna use one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that comes with your palette when you buy it. And we're just gonna add that right into the crease. You know what, I really do wanna give a quick shout out, because we're gonna talk about new music. If you guys don't know, I mean, if you follow my Instagram and Snapchat, you'll see in general, I love music. Like, I live for music. Music honestly really just saved my life. I love music so much. I'm gonna listen to Veronicas now. I will say I like women singers more, and I love singer-songwriters especially. And that doesn't mean it has to be like a folky type, like a Jewel or like a Sarah McLachlan. I feel everything in general, and then on top of it, when it's music, I feel it in like my bones. So talk about new music, because we're gonna talk about the Veronicas. I wanted to give a shout out to one of my favorite singer-songwriters. I think she's absolutely amazing. She has such a good voice, and she just released a new song also. Her name is Delaney Jane. I am so obsessed with her. I talk about her all the time. She released a new song. Check it out. I'm gonna actually put the link down below where you can like see her channel and her music. Oh my god, LUI. It's like Love Under the Influence, kind of like a DUI. Such a good song. Dear Dad, I especially connect to you like on a different personal level. I think it's called There Goes the Neighborhood. I love that song. If I Die. Bad Habits. I have tattooed on my arm as well. She's an awesome singer. She's absolutely amazing. Gorgeous. And the crazy thing, who is calling me? Get out of here. Ruining the Veronicas. On top of it, if you can imagine on how freakishly talented she is and how beautiful she is such a kind-hearted person that you'll be so shocked. I think it's really neat that someone would take the time to not only respond to the fans and not just people like, oh, thank you for checking out my checking out my Instagram page. Make sure you share, or make sure you tell your friends, or make sure you watch this. She genuinely like responds to you and the subject matter and what it's about. And I absolutely love that because she does not have to do that, and not a lot of people honestly do that. And it's not like a one-time thing. I mean, every time I've ever shared her on my stories or talked about her, she's liked that comment or picture. She will respond to it. She'll share it on her stories. Like, she's such an amazing, talented person in general, but her songs are so good. You guys just literally have no idea. She's so bomb. Like, I just cannot stand it. Okay, I want to give a special shout out to her because I just love her. Delaney Jane, I love you. All I did was I took my Sigma Doomed Utility brush, the E34. I dipped it in the shade Prick, and then I just put it right on top. We'll clean it later on with concealer, so it's gonna be all right. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it, and I think I'm gonna try to leave it like a nude and then line it. We're gonna cut it and see what happens. The Veronicas came out with their debut album. I think it came out in 2005 in their native land because they are from Australia. It was released in the US in 2006. Probably their biggest song on the first album is Forever, because again it was on that Amanda Bynes Channing Tatum movie, She's the Man. In 2007, I was deployed. I was on a boat for like 8 months? 8 months, almost 9 months. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia brush again, and we're gonna go in with shade Tongue Pop, and I'm just going to set this. I just came back from deployment, and I was super close with my BM2. Her name was BM2 Barber. I absolutely love her. She's so amazing. I of course knew the Veronica. So this was still when they did, what's that called? What's that dumb show called? I mean, it's not dumb. So we're watching MTV one day, and the video for Untouched came on, and then that's how I discovered that song. I would probably say the biggest song on there was, in the US, it definitely was Untouched. That's probably their biggest known song. They ended up later on being featured on the revamps of 90210, but in Australia, I feel like probably their biggest song is Hook Me Up. It was their first song to hit #1 on the ARIA charts. I obviously fell even more in love with the Veronicas. So, not much was really released. Then in 2009, I was stationed in Chicago because I went to Corps School, which is for hospital men. I was a fleet returnee. When I first joined the military, I was undesignated, which the way they explained it to me was, you go from job to job to job till you find the one you like. That's not true. Thank you, recruiter. But anyway, I ended up going to Corps School. While I was there, they had a concert in Chicago. And I was like, oh, hell to the yes. And I went with my really good friend that I met while I was in Corps School. Her name is Nicole Kuntz. Super cool. So we ended up going to the concert, and it was so much fun. While we were waiting, they played King of Leon's Love Somebody? Is that the name of the song? Like, Lord, my God, you can tell I'm getting old. I have no memory whatsoever. Oh, You Somebody. That's the name of it. Okay, so... Whoop, wrong way. So they were playing that song between. I remember everyone's like holding each other, like swaying and singing that song. I was like, oh, this is such a good moment. Never heard of that song before, so I was like, oh, this is a good song. But anyway, so I got to see them live. So cool. Love the Veronicas. So that's 2009. Then there was a couple of singles. They were locked up in like this. I don't know a few, but they like their record label in the US would just not let them release music. They were holding it. I don't really know the full story, so I don't want to like speculate or talk about it, but it did look like, it seemed like it was some bull. So anyway, there was a couple of singles, and then they were supposed to release their album Life on Mars in 2011. Now 2011 is when I got out of the military. So the Veronicas did 2 shows in LA at the Viper Room to tease new music for their upcoming album, again at the time, titled Life on Mars. The Veronicas show was so amazing. Again, it was at the Viper Room in LA. How cool is that? So me and my best friend Amber, hey girl, we're still best friends. We went and drove up to LA for the night, and we got a hotel, and we saw the Veronicas in concert. What's super cool is they end up doing a lot of new songs. The one cover I really remember that they did was Bang Bang, which I freaking love that song. But anyway, then so they're fixing their stuff, they're going to the next song, and Lisa starts talking about, let me get this out of my way. Lisa's talking about the next song that they're gonna do. And they wrote it while, I think they were in Sweden. And they wrote it out. So while she's talking about it, Jessica's getting her guitar ready to rock and roll that shit out. Was so excited. And they talked about how the song is about wanting somebody that's just kind of keeping you there, and that's kind of like leading you on. And I thought I whispered, but as y'all know, I can't whisper for shit. I turned to my friend Amber, and I told her, like, that's my life story. And Jessica heard me while she was fixing her guitar. She was like, that's your life story? And I was like, that's my life story. And I went like this, and I'm wearing a Marc Jacobs watch. And she was like, oh my God, that's your life story. That's sad. Everybody needs some love. Everybody deserves love. And it's on YouTube. Jessica spoke to me, and I was like in such shock. I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was such a cool concert. And then they sang Let Me Out, which is one of my favorite songs ever. It ended up being released on their 2014, I think the album came out in 2014. Yeah, they're still living in LA. Came out in 2014, self-titled album, they're Veronicas. And now they released a couple of singles since then, and now they're getting ready to release their 4th album titled Human, and they released the song Biting My Tongue. It is such a banger. I love that song. It was kind of written or like conceived during the time that Lisa and Jessica were not talking. I wouldn't go too much into that because that's drama that's neither here nor there for me, really. I love the Veronicas. So glad they're making music together again. The song sounds like you would think, if you didn't know, that it's talking about maybe like a significant other or something like that, but it's actually written like for each other, and I just love that. I just really like the Veronicas, and I just really think that the US needs to wake up and listen to them. Jessica has this guitar, hello. Jessica has this tattoo on her left, I should know this, I'm gonna say deltoid, whatever this is back here. I like this chick playing the guitar. And I'm not sure if it's like after her or whatnot, But I was like, I want the same tattoo. So I got the same tattooed on me. I know, I'm sorry, Jessica, I'm not original at all. But this one I was just getting tattoos, be getting tattoos. There really was no rhyme and reason to them at that time. That's what I wanted and that's what I did. So then, now I'm a little bit more original with my tattoos. So now I kind of have like this good side, bad side theme with my tattoos, which is why the good side, there's not really all that much on it. There's like 2 on this arm. And then the bad side is almost completely filled up. So then when You Ruined Me came out, which is right before, it was their lead single off their 3rd album, the Veronicas. I got the first half of the chorus tattooed because I really felt it. I was living for what they were selling. That's like kind of like my bad side. Not that that song is like bad or that song is like as a villain song, but it's just kind of like, it's more like the bad dark side or whatever, so that's why it's on that left arm. So then I ended up adding bats added to it. Then I got the mouth with the vampire teeth on it, and it just fits so well with it. I don't know why I do this to myself. I watch reaction videos of people reacting to Demi Lovato singing Father live, and then I watch reaction videos of Kelly Clarkson singing I love radishes. Anyway, then I watched Kelly Clarkson at the farewell season of American Idol singing Piece by Piece, Slow Down. I don't care who you are, how many times you watch it, you're going to cry. And I don't know why I do this to myself all the time, but I do. I don't know why I do it, but I do. I don't know where that was leading to, but there you go. Now I'm gonna dip into this, what is this, ColourPop? This ColourPop Ooh, She's Blushing. And I'm gonna use this whack-ass unicorn brush that my friend ordered for me, Amber again, from the UK. Because it's supposed to look like a mermaid tail or some shit, but whatever. It's a cheap-ass brush, actually. This is actually from the Bretman Rock Collection that I actually bought the whole PR kit, wore one of them one time. Then I just kind of discovered I don't really like Bretman Rock. So I was like, whatever, I'm not going to review this. I'm not going to use this shit. But I was like, oh, I need like a red blush. And it ain't really picked up no type of color. I don't know if it's the brush, if it's this. I honestly could use dried out, who the hell knows, but not a big fan of ColourPop. There's a couple of items that I got in my, don't even get me started with BoxyCharm. They can kick rocks right now. They're pissing me off. That I got from my BoxyCharm that I'm gonna try today, so we'll see what happens there. Oh, I always forget, so I'm so glad I brought this brush over. I don't know what it is. If you guys saw my last video, I legit always forget to contour my nose. So random. I love this brush. This is from Sigma. This is their Chisel and Trim Contour F, as in, I don't know, I was gonna say a bad word, but apparently a YouTuber doesn't like that, which is like odd. Like, I'm a human being, I can cuss if I want. I'm of age. But whatever. Like, it doesn't make me less inappropriate or like not as smart or whatever the case is. I just think that's rude to be like, oh, you cuss, but you're not gonna monetize your video, we're not gonna promote it, or whatever the hell they do. Well, you let Jake Paul do the craziest shit on here. Now we're gonna use the Fenty Beauty. This is the Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Palette. This came out for holiday collection. I don't even know what year, but I think it still works. And we're gonna use the, oh god, I've used it so much, Hakudo and Sephora Collection brush. We're gonna dip into this shade right here, which is Heartburn. I'm gonna pronounce that name. I hate when I don't say people's names right. I just think that's so rude to be like, I don't even care to learn how to say your name correctly. But oh my god, when I worked in store, I had such a hard time saying the name, but these brushes are so bomb. Oh yes, bitch. See that? Hopefully I don't go as hardcore as I did in that last video with the Jeffree star, because I went real ham on that one shade. I was like, oh my god. Let's put on these mascaras. So this is, I got the Lily Lash Triple X mascara. This is the packaging. I've never owned anything from Lily Lash. Actually, she kind of bothers me. I'm not that big a fan of her in general. You know, there's just some people you meet or run into, you're just like, I can do without you. That's kind of like her for me. This wand reminds me of, which I dislike, it reminds me of the brush from Too Faced, the Better Than Sex, and I hate that brush. I just think it's way too fluffy. It's gunky. It's not really separating my lashes. It feels super wet, which I'm not opposed to. It's really deep though. I like that. I feel like it's applying it on there, but it literally just feels like, because I feel that it's wet and cold, but I don't feel like it's separating them. I don't think it's doing anything. Like, I would rather stick with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang or my Givenchy mascara, or even, y'all know I'm a big fan of the YSL mascara. It's one of my favorites, and of course the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I would never buy that. I would never recommend anybody to buy that. That's garbage. We're going to line my lips. Of course I'm going to use the Fenty. It's going to go perfect with it. This is the Uncensored lipstick. We're going to use that. This is from Beauty Vault. Again, also came in my BoxyCharm box. It comes with 3 lip liners. None of them are really red, but I think it's going to be okay. And we're going to use the shade Natty Nat. So this is what it looks like. I think that'll be alright. What do you guys think? That was actually really nice. Oh, it's so good and yummy. And then for the setting spray, we're going to use the Too Faced. This one is the Hangover 3-in-1. I just realized that while I was spraying that on, I did not put on that glitter red. So I'm going to let this dry real quick, and then I'm going to add some on. I don't really need to watch me do that, but I'm going to add some on and see if that intensifies this. Can you guys see that? Oh, bitch, yes. Bitch, I'm so excited. Hoping you guys like this look. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go out of town and wear it. I mean, legit, if I could go someplace like this, I still would. I mean, I don't really care. It's my face. I can do whatever the hell I want to it, right? Look at that. Thank you, Fenty. Rihanna did that damn thing. Rihanna did that damn thing, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this, you guys. Please go support my girls. First of all, we already know Delaney Jane. I talked about it earlier. Shout out to my girl, Delaney Jane. Secondly, please, you guys, go support the Veronicas. I will link their social media accounts down below and their YouTube channel. Please check them out. They're absolutely amazing. They write their own songs. They play the instruments. Their songs are absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys have to check it out. They did a cover of Drake's Hotline Bling, like a slowed down acoustic kind of version of it. Oh my god, it is so good, you guys. You guys have to check it out. I'm gonna link that down below. I'm telling you, that song, oh my god, it's so good. It kind of makes the song like this haunting type of vibe. You guys have to check it out. Trust me, have I ever steered you wrong? Hell to the no, because I'm not that bitch. But I am that bitch when it comes to what to do on the right shit. Thank you again for watching this video, you guys. It's so amazing that I still have people watching me when I don't like upload regularly, and I'm like gone, and I'm sort of ratchet, but I'm like some boozy shit. And it just means a lot that you guys care what I have to say, even though a lot of y'all are my friends. Thank you still. But please comment, like, subscribe, share. Every bit of it helps. Again, I'm making no money off of this. It's just for fun. Not now. I'm trying to make money off of it later on. Bye. Turn off.